Hello and welcome to Figure Skating Mess. The time has finally come to rank some figure skating dresses from the last season. I know we have already come into the new season, we have already been blessed with some beautiful dresses there, but I am terribly behind schedule and I still wanted to make this video even though it's not as relevant anymore, but I just love making these ranking videos and you guys seem to enjoy them too. So here we are, and we have the usual tier rankings. At the bottom we have changed in capital letters, pretty self-explanatory to be honest. Above it we have okay, these are for the dresses that are just, I mean, totally acceptable but also nothing more, kind of bland, you know. Above that we have pretty, and here begins the dresses that are I approve of. These are just solid, pretty dresses that are nice to look at. Above that we find beautiful, and here begins the dresses that, you know, you get this feeling in your body, you're like falling a bit over the dress, you have these physical reactions because they are so beautiful. Then at the very top we have golden, once again in capital letters, and these are for the dresses that simply deserve a gold medal because they are exquisite, extraordinary, and they are so good that they make the program, like the program should get bonus points just because of the dress. This is a very exclusive tier, I should warn you, not many dresses gonna be there, just so you know. And as usual, where I put the skaters have nothing to do with how I feel about them as persons. Like, if I put someone in change, does not mean that I hate the skater, I just hate the dress. We are gonna go through them as usual through countries. We'll begin with Japan, then move on to United States, South Korea and Europe, then the rest of the world, and finish off with the Russians, who once again did not compete internationally this season, but I'm just put them at the end if the ones who want to see that can see that at the end, I guess. Yeah, without any further ado, let's begin with the Japanese skaters, and who better to begin with than the three-time world champion Kaori Sakamoto. To be fair, I was very harsh on Kaori last year, but also I will never forget that seaweed monster dress. It still haunts me, but it seems like she took my criticism to heart. Like, she watched my videos and was like, this Swedish girl, she knows what she's talking about. I'm gonna up my dressing game. And she absolutely did. Like, just look at this short program dress. It's gorgeous. It's going straight into beautiful. I mean, it just, the flow of the skirt, the colour, it has this fragile blue colour. I don't know if you can describe it as fragile, but it feels a bit like it. And it's perfect to this tender music. I'm just absolutely in love with it. She looks so precious. I want to put it in golden even. I think it's so, I think I'm gonna do that. It feels like, whoa, already like inflation in the dresses, but this deserves it. It's so beautiful. Her free program dress too was really good. It's going in pretty, I think, almost beautiful. It's just like fits the music very well. It's too, I'm feeling good, and she feels good in that dress. She looks like $1,000,000. It's just a great dress. Moving on to Rinka Watanabe. She had a lot of dresses this season, and she began with this atrocious dress going into change. Like, what is this? This is like a brown blob. I don't know. Luckily, she did change it to this one, which, really interesting dress. I think I'm gonna put in, yeah, in the top of pretty. Like, the first time I saw this dress, I was just happy that she changed it from the brown blob, to be honest. But it grew on me. Like, it has this interesting zebra flower print in black and white, but then it has this pink skirt underneath that really pops and makes it more interesting, and then it has this light pink here in the top. I don't know, it's just something about this dress that really intrigues me. I think I'm gonna put it in beautiful, baby. I don't know. It's just, this dress just, it grows on me, it grows on me. For a free program, she began with this beautiful dress. It's going to beautiful. I mean, this is just like right up my alley. She looks like a fairy from a forest, and that's all I can ask for from a dress. I love the green color and the ombre effect. As usual, I'm a sucker for an ombre effect. I also love the petals at the end of the sleeves, like at her wrists. It's really nice dress. Then she changed it to this one, which I guess is going into pretty. It's kind of similar, it has a similar color palette, but it lacks this beautiful green color, and it also lacks these, yeah, it isn't as well executed in my opinion. I also think like the yellow thing on top is a bit heavy and it looks a bit cheap. I don't know why, but yeah, it's going into pretty still. Let's move on to Hana Yoshida. Her first dress is also going into change. I'm so sorry, like it's not as bad as the Rinka's fast blob, but I've never been a fan of animal print dresses and also never been a fan of neon. So this is just like two things that isn't really my thing, so sorry. But her free dress though, this is an interesting dress. I'm gonna put it next to Rinka's because just as Rinka's, this has grown on me. This is like interesting. You know, I feel like this dress tells me a story. I don't know what the story is, but like, you know, the black glove and the red glove and then the, I don't know if it is like leaves. It's just interesting. And it, yeah, interesting. I'm gonna put it there. Very unique dress. I've never seen anything like it, just like Rinka's dress. So that's why they earned their place in beautiful. Let's move on to my Mihara, my little darling Mai. She had two different short program dresses because she had two different short programs. The first one is this lovely dusty pink color, which is, where I'm gonna put it? Almost in beautiful, but I think I'm gonna go at the top of pretty for at the moment. The color just is everything. It's just a beautiful color. And then she changed it when she changed the program to this one, which she also had last year, and I also put it in beautiful last year. It's just like she looks like a little fairy living in a flower or something, you know, with the petals in a skirt. And as I mentioned before, I love dresses that makes people look fairies. Apparently, I have a thing. Then for her free skate, this is going straight into, oh my god, what happened with the, okay, free skate, this is going straight into golden. Okay, this dress has everything, like the colors of this dress, I am obsessed with it. Like it's like white light that contains every color and it just reflects differently at different angles. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but you know, you can see it on the screen. It's so good, you can't look away from it, and it has like ombre effect from all of the angles, and I love the skirt, how it flows. It's just, such a nice dress, it makes me so happy. Let's move on to Wakaba Higuchi. She began with this black dress, which I'm gonna put in okay, I guess. Then she came out with this banger of a dress. It's going to the top of beautiful. Like, this color is everything. And the way, like in the side with the cutout and how they like there are stripes from the cutout, I love it. And it has this subtle ombre effect in this beautiful blue color. The skirt flows amazing. I love how the blue comes back at her wrist again. It's just like, such a good dress. Let's move on to Rion Sumiyoshi, the one who did a quarto last season. First female over 20 years to ever do a quarto in competitions. So cool. And she also always had really good dresses, like this first one. Really nice. Bottom of beautiful, I guess. It's just like a really, I mean, like you can't critique this dress. This is a really good dress, simply. And then her free skating dress is marvelous. It's going right next to Wakaba's. I mean, Once again, beautiful ombre effects. I love the colors, I love the sparkles, I love the neck. She's a bit yellow, she looks like royalty in this dress, and she wore it for the freeze program last year too, and I think I put it in beautiful then too, because it's equally as beautiful this year. Then we have Madeline Schizas, the 4 Continents winner of last season, and she wore some lovely dresses too. I think I'm gonna put both of them in pretty. I mean, the short one, this is just a really, also kind of really unique dress for figure skating because it doesn't have any sequins. So I feel like this is a dress you could honestly sort of wear to everyday life. I don't know, it's still very pretty for everyday life, but I mean, it isn't sequins in your face, even though we love that in figure skating. I think this is just a really great dress. I love the lace and the embroidery. I love the skirt, it's really interesting. And then the free skating dress too, it reminds me of water that is freezing. And I think it really suits the music too, and the vibe, it like enhances the feeling. Now that I talk so positively about this, I'm like, should I put them in beautiful too? I don't know. Oh, it always gives me anxiety to do this. I love doing this, but I'm always like, am I making the wrong decision? Am I gonna regret this afterwards? As if it was dead serious. Like, I mean, it's not, but yeah. I'm just gonna leave them there and go with my gut. Let's move on to Rino Matsuika. Here we have a lovely dress in the short program. It is going straight into beautiful. I mean, first of all, love the color. Second of all, if you zoom in, you see these lovely flowery patterns. Wonderful. And I also love her sleeves and the hair. I mean, like, the hair is always something that it isn't part of the dress, but I mean, it's part of the stylization, it's part of the outfit and the vibe, and I just love a flowy ponytail. It suits this program so well, and yeah, this dress just makes me really happy. The free dress is also like, it's a nice dress, it's going into somewhere here in pretty, I think. Then I also want to mention Mao Shimada, who is the 2-time junior champion from Japan. I absolutely love her short program dress. It's going straight into beautiful. I mean, I just love it. First of all, it's so unique. It's not common at all in figure skating to have these jumpsuits, and when they do, they are sometimes a miss, but this is great, guys. I mean, the suspenders, the high-waisted pants, the pink belt, the like flowy shirt. Amazing. She looks so cute and adorable in this. I love this. Then we have the free dress, which is really nice too. I'm gonna put it in pretty, but it's more like of a common, you know, nice pretty figure skating dress. Last but not least, from Japan, I also wanted to mention Ayumi Shimbayama's free skating dress. She is not really a big name, but I just wanted to include her free dress because this deserves a golden medal. Let me explain. First of all, the color. I mean, this is such a unique color for figure skating, this brown going into this green, like a bit of, I don't know, forest green or something, with a bit of tint of yellow, and then the leaves at the one half of the dress. I mean, it's just, she is like a creature from the woods, like, once again, a fairy from the forest. It's so lovely. I mean, the ombre effect, everything about this. I could just stare at this for hours. I absolutely adore this dress, so that's why I felt like I needed to include this too. Well, that was everything for the Japanese ladies. Let's move on to America, and we'll begin with the Vice World Champion, Isabel Levito. She had several dresses this season with varying degree of success, I would say. She had this snake one for the short program. I guess I'm gonna put it into pretty, I don't know. I guess you couldn't classify this as pretty. It's a bit unsettling, to be honest, with the snake arm, but I feel like I cannot put it any lower because it is well executed and it is with a theme of snake, and and the snake hand is really beautiful too, but it's just something about it is a bit unsettling. I don't know. She then changed the program to this one, and this is just a nice solid dress, I guess, going to the bottom of pretty. Nothing really special, but it's also like kind of nice to look at. Then the free skating dresses, oh my god. This first one is going straight into change. I mean, this is to the Black Swan, and I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to do these black and white feathers. It just looks like a total mess. It's so messy, not pleasing for the eye at all. Luckily, she did change the dress to this black one, which I'm also gonna put somewhere here in the bottom half of pretty. This is much more pleasing dress. Like sometimes simplicity is better. Yeah, just a nice lovely dress. Then we have Amber Glen. Oh my god, this woman. The short program dress, I have such a conflicting feelings. Am I going to put it in golden or am I going to put it in beautiful? I mean, let's go with golden because it's Amber, and this girl deserves everything. And I know this, I said in the beginning, this is not about how I feel about the skaters, but I cannot help but being affected positively by Amber Glen. I mean, because part of it is just her and her vibe carrying this jumpsuit. I mean, she looks so fierce. I love it. I love it. She's always has the best jumpsuits. Like, as I mentioned earlier, it's kind of difficult to pull off a good jumpsuit in figure skating, but Amber can definitely do this. I mean, just remember last year's smoky one. Still chills, like nothing will ever beat that smoky jumpsuit. I mean, this is good, but this is not even near that level. Anyways, let's talk about this one she had last season. I love the cutouts on the side. I love the what's it called, the studs, you know, those pointy things, pointy golden things that are in the line. It's just everything about this is so fierce and so cool, and it fits the vibe of this fierce program, and just her ponytail just flowing, and I mean, she looks so great in every single picture. Then her free program dress, I'm gonna put in somewhere here in beautiful. This is like totally the opposite. The first one was so fierce and edgy. This is so tender and like fragile and brittle, but I love it. I mean, it has this beige pink color almost to her skin tone, but it fits her so well and it flows so nicely, this skirt. It just, wonderful. I love this dress so much. I need to move on from Amber Glen. I could talk about Amber Glen for hours, but let's move on to Star Andrews. Her short program dress, I think I'm gonna put in okay somewhere. I mean, I appreciate the color, like it's a fun color and she can wear it, like she can wear that sort of color, but it's something about the cut that feels very weird. Like, it reminds me when you were a kid and you made these snowflakes, you know, you folded the paper and then you made some cutouts and you folded it out again and it made these beautiful snowflakes. It felt like someone did this but failed, and it ended up being these weird cutouts in this dress. But I'm going to give it A for effort because I see what she was going for and I appreciate that thought. Then her free dress is so lovely. This is going straight into beautiful too. I mean, this color, it looks like sand or something, and it flows so beautifully and it fits perfectly to her skin tone too. Like, this is, it's such a good color for her, and I just love it. Once again, a beautiful flowing skirt. What more can I say? I cannot help but fall for these dresses. Then we have Eva Marie Ziegler, the one who won a surprise gold at Skate Japan last season. Her short program dress, I'm gonna put in like, I don't know, pretty, like at the top of okay. I get the vibe, it's a bit of a flappy dress, but it's not really my cup of tea and I think it could be executed better. Then her free dress, I really like this one. It's going somewhere here in the top of pretty, I think. It's a very interesting dress because it really, like the top half of the dress, it doesn't really have anything on the back. It's just like, not even fabric, it's just like sequins, but it still like covers the area. And I think it's interesting, an interesting choice, and yeah, it's going into pretty, I think. Then last but not least, for the Americans, we have Lindsay Thorngren, or Thorngren as we would say in Sweden. It is a Swedish last name, so I'm always like, how am I gonna pronounce it? Am I gonna pronounce it the American way or the Swedish way? Anyway, Lindsay's short program dress is going into change. I'm like, what a boring dress, honestly. Like, color, super boring, fabric, super boring, no sequins, nothing, very demure dress. Her free though, it was a nice dress. It's going somewhere here in pretty. I mean, yeah, nice dress. Then we have come to South Korea, which usually brings it when it comes to dresses. Like, nobody does dresses than South Korea, and this year was no exception. We got some wonderful dresses from here. And let's begin with Cheon Kim. Surprisingly though, her short program dress I was not a fan of. I'm gonna put it in okay. As I said, this is very unusual for Korea to make such a miss, but like this is a very boring dress. Like, I'm, yeah, not a fan, but still okay. And then her free size 8. This is glorious. It's going into beautiful at the almost at the very top. I mean, I love this dress. This has this very subtle ombre effect at the very bottom of the skirt, where it goes to like light blue. Has a lovely big cross too, very interesting. And this just long sleeve, black arms, like very unique dress, but so well executed, so well executed. Then we have Han Li, who, very messy situation with Han Li. She's not gonna compete this season because she is suspended for 3 years, it seems to right now, because of some sexual misconduct. I don't remember the exact words, but yeah, I was very conflicted. I was gonna include her in this video, but she has one dress that I really wanted to talk about, so that's why I just included her, I guess. And it's this dress, which is sort of like my favorite dress of the whole season, so that's why she's in it. This is going at the top of golden. I am absolutely in love with this dress. Everything, the color, the like fishnet arms, the flowy skirt, it's so interesting the more you look at it. It has such a nice cut out and so nice beads and just everything. Unfortunately, she did change it for some weird reason to this dress, which I'm gonna put in okay. Like, why change such a beautiful dress to this one? Like, it doesn't make any sense at all. Luckily she did change it back for Worlds, but that was such a weird choice. Like, why change ever when you have such a beautiful dress? Then for the free programs, she began with this dress, which is like just a really nice purple dress, and then she changed it to this one, which is also like a nice dress. Not as big a fan, but still it's going into pretty. Then we have Young Yu, who is also not competing in the beginning of this season, but she's only suspended for 3 months or so, I think. Yeah, let's talk about her dresses too. This is so weird. Oh. Anyways, she had like, yeah, a nice solid blue dress in the beginning, then she changed this to this awesome dress. I love this dress. It's going somewhere in beautiful. It's getting so crowded here, but this is just such a good red dress. I love the like her hair, the little strands that are hanging. It's a whole vibe, I love it. Then for the free program, once again, Korea had an unusual miss with this mess of a dress. It's going straight into change. This is so ugly to look like. It reminds me of, I don't know, like puke? Like it's gross for some reason. Like the red and the yellow and the black creates this very weird vibe with the way that they are meshed together. It's just very, very unsettling in my opinion. Luckily she did change it to this gorgeous, gorgeous dress. It's going straight into beautiful. I mean, this color, oh, I love this color. And we actually, yeah, we have a couple of dresses with this exactly color this season, and as you have noticed, I'm loving every single one of these dresses with this color. She looks like someone from the Lord of the Rings. It's glorious, absolutely glorious. Then we can move on from Han Lee and Young Yoo and go on to some other Korean skaters. Let's begin with Young Yoo, whose short program dress to Ladies in Lavender was the perfect lavender. It's going into beautiful, no, I mean golden. I am so in awe of this dress. This is just a dress that is so perfect for the program that it just makes everything better. Just, what can I say? It's just like the perfect dress. Just the right amount of everything, with the way it flows, with the colours and the way the different shades of lavender and lilac. Just, what more can I say? Then her free program dress, really nice too, is going into pretty, at the top of pretty, just like, really nice sleeve and really nice red color. That's the bit of, goes from like a bit bright red to darker red, just like really nice. Then we have some juniors I want to talk about too from Korea. First of all, Jia Shin, who has won silver in Junior World Champions 3 times in a row. Her short program dress, just a cute dress, it's going into somewhere here in pretty, and her free dress is going into a bit higher in pretty, somewhere here I guess. Then I want to talk about Yoo Song Kim, also from Korea, one of the Kim twins. She killed it with her dressing game. Like the Kim twins always bring the best dresses. Her twin sister Yoo Jae Kim wore this masterpiece of a dress 2 seasons ago, which I had to include then because it was so beautiful, even though she wasn't a big name. And Yoo Song Kim is so good too. Both of her dresses is going into beautiful. I mean, this is so good. This first one reminds me of a butterfly, and then the second one, oh, she looks like she's worth $1 million. I love that subtle little blue tint at the bottom of her skirt, and then the little thing in her hair. Just everything about this dress is so great. Like, she really nailed it with her dresses last season. That was everything for the Korean dresses. Let's move on to Europeans, and we'll begin with Luna Hendricks. Her short program dress was so much fun. It's going into beautiful. I am such a fan of this dress. I love the color, the fabric and the way it is cut out, and the sequins and the thing at her hands and arms. It's just a vibe. It makes me happy, this dress. It's so fiery and suits the program perfectly. Then comes her free dress. I don't know what this is, sort of jumpsuit, is going into change. Not a fan at any level. No. Let's move on to her teammate Nina Pinzarone. Her short program dress is alright, I guess. It's going at the top of okay, even though it has the ombre effect, and this dress just doesn't do anything for me. Her free one though, I lied when I say Han Lee's was my favourite. It actually is Nina Pinzarone's free skate dress. Oh, I mean, this golden color and this fabric, the fabric is like water, the way it flows on her, and just it's so well executed. And the little things in her wrist and arms, just the small details, and makes it just glorious. It also, I love the shifts in the different shades of golden. It's just, I feel like I'm just repeating myself with these extravagant positive words, but I mean, my vocabulary isn't enough to describe these dresses, but this dress is life. Wonderful dress. Then something happened. She like went a bit nuts and changed the dress to this red dress. Like, who does that when they have this masterpiece of a golden dress? Who changes it to this red dress? This is going into change, even though I guess the dress is alright, but I mean, just for the purpose, like, it needs to change back. Who thought this was a good idea? Like, I was in shock when she went out in this dress, and this is the gold one. I was in total shock because I looked forward to seeing that golden dress, and she came up with this red one. Unforgivable, and that's why it isn't changed, not because it is ugly, but because it just simply needs to change back. Let's move on to Ekaterina Kurakova, Katya. She had two different ones for the short program. Both of them is gonna go into okay, I guess. I love Katya, but unfortunately, like, she usually has not the best dresses. They're always kind of like, okay, bland. But luckily for the free program this year, she had a beautiful dress that is going to beautiful. Such a nice dress. Nice colors, nice ombre effect. I love the like neckline, or what's it called, at the chest, and her arms that are like bigger and flowy. Yeah, approve. Finally a good dress from Katya. Then we have Kimi Rebon, the powerhouse from Switzerland with the nerves of steel. Both of her dresses is like solid dresses. They are going into somewhere in pretty. Pretty is getting so overcrowded at the moment. It's really difficult to rank them between them. I'm just gonna put them somewhere there in the middle. Then we have Anastasia Gubanova, Nastya from Georgia. Her short program dress was this weird jumpsuit. I guess I'm gonna put it in okay because I get the vibe, but it just didn't really hit home. And then a free dress, it was nice. It's going to pretty around Kimi's dresses a bit. It doesn't really look like much from afar, but when you zoom in a bit, you see it has some really nice details. Then, last but not least, from Europe, we have Livia Kaiser, who came fourth at Europeans with her big, grandiose jumps. Her short program dress, I am a low-key fan of it. It's actually going into pretty, even though this is too casual for figure skating, but it's just something about the flowy casualness and the two different pink colors that sort of works for me. I don't know. Then her free dress, guess bottom into okay. I mean, this is just kind of a boring grey dress, and grey dresses isn't my cup of tea. I get very bored with the colour grey, to be honest. That was everything for the Europeans, and now actually over to the rest of the world that we haven't mentioned yet, and that is honestly just Madeline Schizas. Like, she represents the whole non-Europe that is not USA, Korea and Japan apparently this season. Well, let's go Maddie. Both of her short program dresses is just okay to me. Nothing really special or exciting. Her free skating dress though, now we are talking. This is a perfect tango dress. It's going next to Yang Yu's dress. This is great. I love everything about this. Very simple dress, to be honest, but it's just hits everything completely right with the like cutout of the dress, with the transition from the dark red to the bright red, and also her hair and her shoulders, just like 2 thumbs up for me. And now we are already with the Russians. Let's begin with Adelia Petrosyan, who dominated the Russian scene last season. Her short program is going somewhere in pretty, like it's like Michael Jackson themes, like it works, but I wish they could have done it even more. It feels like this was the first attempt and they could have like added stuff to make it even better, if you know what I mean. And free skate was like, I guess I'm gonna put it in top of okay. Kind of standard dress. Also feels like it should be more to the dress. It's just like a first draft. Then we have Sofia Muravjova. Both of her dresses is going into, oh, I need to scroll down a bit so you can see, into like okay. Wasn't really my thing, kind of meh dresses. Then we have Ksenia Sinitsina, my little darling. Her short program dress is going into top of okay, I think. It's a beautiful blue color, in my opinion, but once again, I feel like something more is needed. Her free is going into next to Olivia's in pretty, also very casual for figure skating, and honestly maybe not the most beautiful dress, but somehow this sort of works. I really like this sheer material of the bolero, or like, I don't know, this short jacket she's wearing, and just I am so in love with this program. I also think that affects my love of the dress, but yeah, it's gonna be there at the bottom of pretty. Then last but not least, for the Russians we have Maya Kramych, who, yeah, once again I guess her dress is just like, yeah, top of okay, alright. I just have this general feeling of the Russians' dresses this season that there was something lacking, like just first draft dresses, and they are not fully developed. I don't know, maybe there are some money issues, who knows. That's why I actually was a bit hesitant of like including them, because I was like, I'm gonna get so much hate comments for not ranking these Russian dresses high. Like, I know how it goes, I've been there, but this is how I feel. Luckily, at least Sofia Muravjova is bringing it with her dress game this season, with her 2 different dresses with like swan theme, the black swan and the white swan. So you can look forward to the next video for next season's tier ranking if you want to see some good Russian dresses. This year was just not it for me, to be honest. But yeah, that was actually everything for this year's tier ranking. Let's wrap it up a bit by going through the highlights and the downlights, I don't know, from this season. At the bottom in change we have Lindsay Thorngren's bland blue dress, we have Hana Yoshida's leopard print neon green dress, we have Nina Pintzarone's red dress, who is only here because she changed it from the other one, we have Luna Hendricks free skate, I don't know what this is, Isabel Levito's mess of a black swan dress, the very unsettling, in my opinion, dress from Yang Yu, and the brand blob from Rinka Watanabe. Then to go through some, and on like a positive note, we have the beautiful dresses, which are Rion Sumyoshi's red short program dress, Ekaterina Kurakova's free skate, Mai Mihara's like fairy in a flower dress, Mao Shimada's cool adorable jumpsuit, Hana Yoshida's interesting free skate dress, Rinka Watanabe's intriguing zebra flower pink dress, we have Yang Yu's tango dress, Madeline Schizas tango dress, Star Andrew's sand dress, Rino Matsuike's adorable cute pink dress, Yang Yu's Lord of the Ring dress, Rinka Watanabe's forest fairy dress, Luna Hendricks' fiery short program dress, Ryeon Sumiyoshi's royalty fairy dress, Amber Glen's tender pink dress. We have Yoo Sung Kim's free skate dress with a blue at the bottom. We have Cheon Kim's cross dress, also with some blue at the bottom. We have, once again, Yoo Sung Kim and her butterfly dress. And finally, Wakaba Higuchi with her gorgeous indigo free skate dress. Then, in top at Golden, we have Amber Glen's fierce short program jumpsuit. We have Yelim Kim's adorable, wonderful lavender dress. Kaori Sakamoto's short program dress, Mai Mihara's rainbow white colored free skate dress, Ayumi Shimbayama's forest fairy dress, Han Yi's green dress, and finally at the very top, Nina Pinzarone's golden dress. Yes! That was everything for this video. Please write in the comments down below your favorite dresses from this season. I would love to know. Also, tell me what was your least favorites too. And until you see me next time, take care of yourself and the people around you. Bye!